Hi guys, I'm Shmi and I'm back with my Cayman GT4. I've been lending it to my dad for the last couple of weeks, so he's been enjoying it, driving it. I popped out to visit it to drive it with him and the 675 LT back to back at one point, which was awesome. And then of course my video sort of recapping on ECOTY, Evo Car of the Year. Well, I've now got the car back and I've been thinking a little bit and I want to undergo a little project. So today I'm going to be heading over to Dub Customs to do two particular modifications to the car. Let's just give you two quick hints. One is Martini, the other is IPE. I think you know what's coming. Now, some of you might not like it and would like me to keep it like this, but remember, this is just for fun and basically YOLO. You only live once. I want to do it, so I'm going to take the car out and do something fun. Let's jump in and go to Dub Customs. Let's go inside and say hello. Back at Dub Customs then. Now you might remember if you've been following for a while, I've actually worked with these guys on quite a few projects before. We wrapped my R8, my McLaren 12C, my Morgan 3-wheeler. We did the sort of stickers for the wrap for the Bentley we took on Gumball this year. So Dub Customs guys have done loads and loads of stuff in all my cars, which is why we're back here today to work on this. And that is half the reason we're here. That is a box that has come from Innotech Performance Exhaust, IPE, and I'll show you through there in a second. Now, Dub have recently, well, earlier this year, moved to a new place, a much larger place. They've got a lot of cool stuff going on, working on a whole load of modifications to this Ultima, some repainting on the Ferrari 16M, all sorts of different things on different cars. So it's pretty cool what goes on. We're going to pull the GT4, and actually, I tell a lie, we're going to wash the GT4 first, because half of what we're going to be doing is some vinyls. So we'll get the GT4 washed, and then we'll put it inside. F1 wax working then on the GT4, cleaning that up. There's one more thing in here that I also need to show you that I noticed when I was walking through earlier, but not with the camera. 16Ms are very cool. There's some wrapping going on the Phantom here. Boom. F40. Very, very cool. The car is beautifully clean. It's now time to take it into the workshop here. And then I'm going to show you what's in the box. We've just opened up the Innotech IPE box. Even the stock exhaust on the GT4 sounds so good. But what I've got to show you is going to make it sound even better. So we've opened up this little box of tricks from Innotech, the IPE exhaust system, Innotech Performance Exhaust. And this stuff is just beautiful. We're going full headers back. So we've got headers and the 200 cell high flow cats here, the flexi pipes, the new exhaust boxes, carbon fibre tips with the IPE badge on the top. Those are really cool actually. That's a cross pipe just to connect the boxes to the tips. We've got a sort of support bracket, and then we've got the control box and the valve control. This is a valve system because it will be rather loud, so I will be able to have it in the different settings. I'm going to demonstrate all of that when it's all set up and done. Just wanted to show you all the parts here because they do look really rather nice. And they're going to be going into there. Up she goes. The rear end of this car is looking substantially more bare. Everything has come out of here, and actually the first piece is now going back in. But let me just show you some of the old bits. We've got the standard original header and cats there, and the old exhaust system, which is only, well, it's been on the car for about 7 or 8 weeks now. Already looking pretty dirty, a couple of thousand miles on the clock. But the new parts going in just look super, super clean. Things have happened really, really quickly, so let me show you this as I come over to the car. The first thing, the carbon exhaust tips. Now, it's not all finalized completely. We've got the Innotech logo. Let's take a look under here. And this is where it just looks awesome. Everything is so clean and shiny, stainless, of course. IPE logos. We're nearly ready to start up the car. There's a few sort of just obviously finalizing things, just getting everything hooked up, and then we're going to wire in all the sort of electric side of things for the valve control and systems, but this all looks so nice coming through here. The manifolds there onto the engine. You're probably wondering why that looks a little bit rusty, but that's from washing, and as soon as you start driving that will clean up and look perfectly nice. F1 Wax is actually just doing some final touches around the paintwork as well here. But the car is obviously going to stay here overnight, so I'm going to be leaving the GT4 and I'm going to be driving home in this, the Dub Blue Aston Martin V8 Vantage. So I'll be taking this car home tonight, which I'm looking forward to. It will remind me of my own old baby blue Aston V8 Vantage I used to own, although mine was a Roadster. So I'm going to take the car home and then back here tomorrow to continue with all of this, so that's cool. Nice little reminder of that. But yeah, good progress, and I'm looking forward to continuing with it tomorrow. Let's start this up then. Love how you do this with the key. The 8 comes to life, right. I am going to hit the roads to London. Good morning, so day 2 of the project. Obviously drove home yesterday in the V8 Vantage, couldn't manage to film any of that, but so cool, love the sound, and this thing looks awesome. Loads of people turned their heads, that's for sure. So I'm going to be driving this back to Dub Customs today, then they'll be just doing the final stages of the IPE exhaust, the wiring up, so I'm looking forward to hearing that, and then we're going to start on part 2 of this project. So let's get in the car, get on the road. It's time, we're going to hear the exhaust, the first start up. There we had the first start of the new IPE exhaust in the GT4. A couple of low revs, about 2,500, 3,000 RPM. So this thing is going to sound insane when we get it up to high revs. Just, well, you heard the back crackles and the sort of noises it made. I'm looking forward to this one. It's now down on the ground with the wheels on. Just going to move it around a bit and we'll be able to start on part 2. Of course, I'm going to do full videos with the sound of this car. We'll hear it a little bit later further on, and we'll do full videos comparing how it was before and how it is now, so that you can completely get all of the sound from that exhaust. So that's coming very soon, stay tuned for that. But there's no question, it sounds awesome. The Valvetronic system is wired up, and you have this little remote. So there are 3 sort of modes for the IPE exhaust. Right now we're in off, so the valves are closed, so it's a bit quieter. Valves being, well, 1 on each side underneath. If I press on, you can immediately hear that getting a little bit louder. That's probably the mode I'm going to be driving it in, and then that's the mode when I get back home. I don't want to annoy my neighbours. And then the auto mode is completely variable based on the throttle pedal, so it's all sort of wired up inside, down in the driver's footwell. To well, be variable based on throttle press, but it's crazy how much difference that makes. Quiet, loud, and the tips are so nice, the carbon fibre tips as well. Well, it sounds awesome. That was the first part of this project, but now this is part 2. So we're going to change a little bit how the car looks. And the main inspiration for this is this watch, the Porsche Martini watch. Yes, Martini Racing, the theme. You can get the Martini livery for the 918 Spider. We're going to try and recreate it on the GT4. Now with a little twist, because I wanted to keep the body colour blue. So normally with Martini you'd have white or silver, but blue is my thing, so we're going to keep it blue. We're just going to go with blue, with the dark blue stripes, the light blue stripes, and the red stripes, and the Martini branding. But we're going to do a couple of other things as well. So to make GT4 match a little bit with the McLaren, we're going to do 2 other things. We're going to make the side vent here satin black, so it will match the satin black that you find around the diffuser and around the front splitter as well. So we'll do that. We'll have the side stripe Martini liveried. We'll have the main Martini stripe you'll find on the rear wing, over the top, and down the front with the Martini logo, down to the front edge of the bonnet line. And then the other thing we're going to do is on the end plates here on the wing, we're going to put in some little logos on a satin black background as well. So it's going to be the Martini IPE GT4 or the Schmeetini 4 or the GTini 4 or one of those things. So let's get to work plotting out the layouts and shapes we're going to do here at Dub Customs. Welcome back to a new day at Dub Customs, and what a way to start it. The F40 here is just heading out. That's spectacular. Very carefully does it past the Ultima there. Now today work has just started on the first stages of the Martini livery. So I'm going to show you all the sort of cutouts and things that have been done, all the different shapes and sizes from the different colours. So we've got the black, we've got the GT4 logo as I mentioned, we've got the gold colour for the logo. This has all been cut out, cut to shape. I come around here, you can see some of the red strips that we've got as well. And the first bit that's gone on. So this is a sort of layering process. So you start with the bottom layer, then the red will go on, and then the light blue stripes will go on. Starting with this side before doing the other side, and then ultimately over the top as well. And the side vents and wing bits that I spoke about as well. So it's quite funny actually seeing the blue stripe on the blue paint, but kind of cool just to get the idea of where it's going to go. It's going to look really, really nice when all the stickers are on, all the other sort of layers of it are on. The car is beautifully clean right now too, so I'm rather looking forward to this. For the moment, let's take a quick look at what we've got in here. Camaro SS, which is quite unusual in Europe. A very clean C63. And the F40. Just rolling outside. What a car! And off it goes. And an unusual old Rolls Royce as well. So the F40 is going for a quick run, then turn around to put it into the truck. We'll head back inside and watch progress going on from here on GT4. I'm looking forward to this. Peeling back the masking tape. Fast forward a moment and look at the progress that has been made on the car. The Martini stripes are down on the bonnet, the roof, and coming through over on the rear wing too, obviously down both sides. We've got the side scoops here in the satin black with the GT4 logo and the light blue also to match the stripe. It's really, really cool. I am loving how this looks on the car. It's kind of nice with the dark blue as well next to the light blue. Against the red, so you've got the sort of three different colour blues. It just works with the Martini livery on the car. But the next thing we are trying to work out is what text to put here on the centre. Now, traditionally, of course, Martini car, you would have the word Martini. But the guy suggested, why don't we look into doing Schmee 150? So at the top, we've got Schmee 150 in the font I use for everything Schmee. In the middle, we've got Schmee 150 in the Martini font, and then obviously the normal Martini logo. So I just posted on Instagram, on my Z5, this picture asking you guys whether you would choose A, B or C, and we've got a lot of comments coming in very quickly. It's been 7 minutes and we've already got 173 comments going on here. On Instagram it looks like C is kind of winning. Lots and lots of comments offering C. Over on Facebook it looked like A was winning. So we're going to see in a moment which comes out on top, and we'll go for that to finish the look before we lower the car down. But I am so happy. This looks amazing. I'm sure there are people who think it should either be on white or think it's a bad thing to do, but I'll talk about more of that in a moment. For now, I'm just enjoying the look because it's so cool. Thousands of comments later and C1, so we're going with the Martini text, just measuring out and placing that exactly, and that will be the last thing before we lower the car down, get to hear the IPE exhaust again, cold start, and then we get to take it outside. it is, the finished product, the Innotech IPE exhaust system Martini Cayman GT4. I am so happy with how this looks. It's exactly what I was hoping for. Some people, of course, won't necessarily like all the stripes and things, but completely this is what I wanted to do, and why not? You know, perfect opportunity to just have a little bit of fun. Nothing here is permanent. The car can be completely reverted to stock in the future, so if I don't like it in a couple of days, no problem. If I don't like it in a couple of months, equally no problem. If I like it, I can keep it like this forever. But I just think the colours are awesome. The way the red ties in as well, the stripe over the top and down the side to the red brake calipers, just all very, very neat and tidy. Obviously going with Martini in the end, keeping it traditional with the logo, and getting the sort of sizing of everything right, just works all the way through. And one cool thing I like, if I come around the front, if I get the sort of angle low enough, you can see the way the stripe continues all the way through to the rear wing there. Perfectly neat and straight down the car. It's awesome. Really, really cool. And you've had a quick glance or listen to the sound the car makes. Obviously, I'm going to do a full video up soon showing you exactly how this is. We'll take it around, do a quick run, then go out for, well, our first proper drive with the cameras rolling, and obviously plenty of before and after sound clips so you can compare and hear how it sounds. But what an awesome job getting the exhaust fitted here at Dub Customs and then topping it off with the new look design on the project GT4, as we nicknamed it on Instagram. GT4 set up for a bit of fun. I'm going to wrap up there though for now, and we're going to go out and take the car for some little drives and hear how this exhaust sounds out on the road. So big thanks to everyone involved. Been absolutely awesome. I hope you like it. Obviously I can't change your mind if you don't, but I'm looking forward to the next sort of couple of adventures with this car an awful lot. I'll catch up with you again very soon though. Thank you very much for watching. Cheers. Awesome. So it's the mid-engine Cayman layout with the 911 engine, Michelin Sport Cup 2.